Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. Hello, my name is Indah and I do content about journaling, pen paling and all the crafty things that I'm into at the moment. And for today, as you can see on my desk, I have multiple journals. These are the journals that I'm using for this year. And can we believe that it's mid-year already? June is almost over. We are officially halfway through journaling for the year. And in saying that, I want to do a journal check-in. So yeah, I hope we can see how we feel about our journals. And in this video, I will show you what I am at with my 5 journals, and I will show you as well the format or the systems that I am having. I also want to share what doesn't work for me and why I switch from one to another. The idea of this video, hopefully for us to think about our current journal system, how to organize our life through papers, and also to not forget to give room for pleasure. Alright, let's go ahead and start. So as I mentioned already, I have 5 journals that I am using this year. Some I frequently use almost every day, if not every day, and the others I just dip in and out. And from most to least used, I would say these 2 journals are the ones that I am using frequently. This one I am using it like every day. It is the Hobonichi Weeks, like every day, but only for a short period of time because it is kind of like my planner. And for this one, although I don't use it every day, but when I'm using it, I spend a lot of time in this journal because I do a lot of like long format journaling, which we will talk about it later when we get into this journal. And then I have my faith journal. It's all about my notes from learning my faith. So when I am watching Islamic lectures or when I was thinking about something and wanted to learn more about it, like how to see it in Islamic way, I like to take a note in here. And then I do have my travel journal. So this is a journal that I specifically made for traveling, and spoiler alert, it's not really working, which I will tell you all about it when we get into this video. And then the last one is my house journal. So this journal is gifted by my dearly friend Lisa from Austria, and I specifically use this journal to document my house. For a background context, I bought a land here in Indonesia and I basically built my house from scratch, from empty land. So I document everything in here, and the reason why it is the least used journal is because sometimes I forget about it, and my house is always in progress. So because we will build it from scratch and we build it according to our budget, so we don't like make everything at once. So there's always something going on in my house. That's why I kind of forget about it, and very slow in updating my house situation in this journal. But again, we'll get to that later. Alright, so that's my 5 journals at glance. So let's go to each one journal at a time. So let's start with my Hobonichi Weeks. Oh my god, I'm so excited to tell you all about it because I really love this small planner slash journal. I think it's my perfect planner. Alright, let's take a deep breath and I will try my best to not overexcited in explaining it. So it is a Hobonichi Weeks, and it is the Hobonichi Weeks Mega, which means it has a lot more note pages than the regular Hobonichi Weeks. This is my first time using Hobonichi Weeks, and at the start of the year I was just seeing a lot of people using it, and I was like, okay, let's try it, because I used to use the traveler's notebook insert and it doesn't work for me. And disclaimer, this is just my personal preference, and the reason why it doesn't work for me and why I switched to Hobonichi, because first thing is I like the dated planner. So I love like having months and dates already provided here, which TN also has that. But then because it is insert and they only have it in weeklies, monthlies, and I need to buy the monthly and the weekly as well, if you know what I mean. So I need to buy like 2 planners to fit everything, and I need to have the cover as well, and I need to have like multiple inserts to have the things that I need, like the monthly, the weeklies, or even the dailies. And it's too bulky for me, and then it is more expensive as well because I need to buy multiple things. And then when I finished with the inserts, yes, I can reuse this, but then the insert is flat and I cannot display it, and this is only my personal preference. I like to have something in a form of book so I can display it when I am finished using it, and I just cannot justify it if I have to buy another insert just for that sake. When it is finished, it is just inside my drawer and I cannot see it, I cannot reach it, although it is finished, but I still want to look at my journals, you know, like my planner. So that's the main reason I think why I switched to Hobonichi. And with Hobonichi, it is in a form of a book and it has everything that I need, monthly, weeklies, and dailies. I do have it here. So, and it's compact as well, and because of that reason I can carry it around, whereas this one, it is bulky. Like, it's so much more bulky than this one. It's heavier as well. Alright, let's talk about Hobonichi. So as I mentioned before, this is the Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I bought the plastic cover, which is called cover on cover. As you can see, it is broken over here because, so I actually used the flap as a closure, so I put Velcro on it that it can act as a closure like this. But then I think, if I'm not mistaken, one day I put a lot of ephemeras inside, like stickers, ephemeras in the pockets, and it is becoming too bulky and it was snapped. But that's alright. I still like the cover on cover because it protects the book, and I have a full video on setting up this Hobonichi, including how I did this cover. I will link that video below. Alright, so this one, I will tell you why this is my perfect planner. On the plastic cover, it has this pocket that I can just put my random stickers on the back as well. And if you don't purchase the cover on cover, you will also still get this plastic cover. It comes with the planner, and I put some stickers and washi. So on the first page I have my picture when I was at that time setting up this planner. And then the thing about Hobonichi Weeks, it has so many calendars, it has so many trackers, so I can track a lot of things. So on this calendar I track my menstruation cycle, and then this is my goals and resolutions, because this one I think is the last year's calendar, and I didn't, last year calendar, and I don't use it, so might as well just use it for something else, which is my goals and resolution. And then this one has this index year at glance as well. I was tracking like my extra faith worship related things, but then I stopped it because I was sick for a long period of time, and then I lost track and I decided to just stop tracking about it. So, but again, you can use this for anything, like maybe your steps, your reading tracker. And for monthly page, so this is what I used to have as a monthly spread. I used to have mood tracker because I was pregnant, and it was just to track my pain or how I felt on that day. But I didn't do it anymore once I am not pregnant anymore, because I don't know, I don't feel like it and I don't feel like it's necessary for me, so I don't do that anymore. But on my monthly spread, I just put a sticker that resonates or representing me on that day, or just like one sentence about that day, random sticker. And yeah, just cute small sticker. It is the perfect place to use up my smaller stickers. And then I try to have a theme on each of the monthly spread. So for example, on March I wanted to have green and spring kind of theme for my spread, and for April monthly spread I decided to have Ghibli theme. I love this page so much, and I have a lot of Ghibli small stickers thanks to my pen pals. I have a lot of expressions and variety of stickers that can represent me on each day. And then for May, I decided to have Sanrio theme. I love this one as well. This is so cute. So yeah, I would say Hobonichi is kind of like my experiment space, and it is full of experiments, and I'm not trying to make it pretty or perfect. It's just whatever I want here. Whenever I have a new idea, I just try it here and not holding back. So that's what Hobonichi works for me, and it's very functional as well. I put my usually like my appointment, like my doctor appointment, my Pilates. It's really for function and fun. And going to the weekly spread. So this is how my weekly spread usually looks like. So on the right side, I usually have my priorities of the week, my vitamins and meds or my tracker, and then this is like another tracker. This is for, because I was pregnant at that time, so I need to track all about my medicine and vitamins. And this is for kind of like hydrating, walking, and yoga. And when I was pregnant, I was tracking my meal as well. So I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner tracker over here. And that's just the same. I try not to pressure myself to have some sort of theme. It's really for function and fun. I am not pregnant anymore. I just usually have this one. I usually just have tracker, usually for everything, like for exercise, working, vitamins, and also medicine. And I have my task or priorities of the week, and I have some extra room usually just for quotes or extra notes. This planner is kind of also acting like a journal for me, so I don't only put to-do lists or make tracker. When I was having a hard time, I was also do like journaling here, like from top to the bottom. So yeah, I basically tailored my planner according to my needs. It evolves according to my condition and according to the function that I need at that time. Oh, I also put pictures sometimes. As you know, for the weekly megas, you will have a lot more note pages. So I have so many things that I put it here. I have my pen and ink swatches. I have my pen pal tracker, pen pal's address, my adulting look, YouTube video ideas, Instagram ideas, like business ideas, my doctor's appointments, and things to journal, and so many things inside, which I will show you in a moment. So I just cannot tell you enough that this fits a lot of things, and I can track a lot of things, I can put a lot of things. And so yeah, this is my pen and ink swatches. I like to test my new stamp as well. This is the Kuma. So this is my pen pal tracker. So it's very easy. I just put the dates for the in and out. Don't want to forget that I haven't replied to someone, so I need the pen pal tracker. Next, I have my pen pal's address here, and the reason why I put it here because it's just easier to make everything in one place, you know, like I have my tracker and I have my pen pal's address here, so I can just look up in one book. And then when I'm traveling, for example, when I was in Australia a month ago, I only brought this one journal, and because I have my pen pal's address, I can send postcards whenever I'm traveling, so that's very handy. Next, I have my adulting log, so basically everything that needs to be monitored in my house. For example, like maintenance, I have my rookie journal YouTube ideas, so you know, just jot down. If I think about something, I jot down here. So yeah, that's the rookie journal YouTube ideas. Same thing with Instagram ideas and challenge. Whenever I just think about something, I just jot down quickly here, and I don't need to make it pretty. Basically, it's very functional, just pen. And then I have kind of like business idea, like things that I want to have, like maybe stickers or yeah, any kind of product that I am thinking to sell. And then I have my doctor's appointment notes. So when I was pregnant, every doctor's appointment I always took notes, and if there's any question, I always put it here. So again, this is just like a very compact, small, easy and really practical planner and journal. And then because I'm not pregnant anymore, I continue it as kind of like a daily journaling if I want to. So I don't pressure myself to journal every day, just when I feel like I need to jot down my feelings. And if I feel like I want to elaborate it further, I can take that note on that day and I can transfer it to my bigger journal. On the last page of the note page, I have my pen pal letters tariff. So every country and every weight has different price. So when I'm doing my pen pal letters, I can look up the tracker, I can look up the address here, and I can look up the tariffs as well for the postage stamps. So it's very handy. So yeah, that's my Hobonichi week. It is my perfect planner and my all-in-one planner and journal as well. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is my memory keeping journal. So this is my memory keeping journal. It's super special because I made it myself. So I made it out of fabric scraps, and it has felt and batting as the base. I also put hand stitching details here. I have my journal charm here. It is from my pen pal Lazy, and look at the spine. And yeah, this is handmade by me. It has a closure as well, and the reason why I use this for my memory keeping journal because it is very customizable. In journaling about memory keeping, I like to put packaging, I like to put a lot of ephemeras. So yeah, I'm that sentimental person. I like to put pictures and things that people send to me, like postcards or anything really. Like when I went to coffee shop, I kept the business card, the receipt, the tissue paper. So that's why I need this kind of journal, because I need a journal that can hold ephemeras. And because I can customize my own spine, I can make it as big as I want, and I can make it like as thin as I want. So it can hold a lot of bulky things. I made a window cover so anything from the first page can be seen, and I have this very cute duck one as well, and I have my picture again here. So I always put the date when I was starting the journal, and I will put it later when I finish the journal. I will show you, for example, here So something like this, I like to have my Polaroid, and something like this also a bit, you know, bulky, and like a packaging like this. Like I cannot put it inside like a smaller journal or notebook like this, right? And again, this is just my personal preference. This is how I like to memory keep, and I like to have some tip ends like this. Just play around with my creativity. I feel like a bigger journal with big spine really helps me in keeping things intact for hopefully forever. I can put bulky things like this, like, you know, sets of postcards like this, and even if it's very bulky at the end, I have my own closure here, so I made sure that I can close it and display it neatly. I also put like packaging from stationery and memory keeping with my pen pals when she came over to visit me. So I like to put photos, I like to cut photos, and I am such a visual person as well. I like to have like visual spread. And this journal is not only for memory keeping, it is also my creative journal. So I like to play around with, let me see if I have an example. Mostly it's memory keeping, but I like to like creative journaling as well. Like this one, like daily junk, I collect one junk at a time. It is a challenge by Kia. Like something like this, it is a memory keeping as well, but it's really in a visual way and a fun way. I don't really put writing on it, so yeah, it really can hold my creative energy without any quote-unquote boundaries. The thing about this journal, it is so special because this journal is not only for memory keeping. I use it for pleasure, for reflection, for therapy. It is filled with not only happy things but also grief and deep thoughts. Mostly it is a long form of journaling, like multiple pages, but I also do fun and mundane things and very visual spread, as I mentioned before. So yeah, mundane things like going to a cafe and took a photo booth picture and not having the need to explain things as well. So yeah, it's really my creative freedom space over here. It is my safe space. It is my time capsule. I'm a believer that this will be a treasure in the future. It is something that I will be so grateful that I am doing this, and I keep everything from, you know, any sentimental items here. And yeah, it is something so special now, and I'm sure it will be so much more special when I'm old, or passing it down to my children, or I don't know, someone might find it in a junk, or I don't know, but yeah, it is so special. So yeah, that's my memory keeping at glance. If you have any more question about it, or if you want me to explain more about it and how to do it, like how to memory keeping and everything, just let me know in the comments, and I might make that video. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Next is my faith journal. It's really self-explanatory. I put my notes for Islamic lectures and all the reflection and reflection and grief as well, and motivation tracker as well. This is just a notebook. This is from Midori in A5 size, and yeah, it's really self-explanatory. I dip in and out for this. It is also fountain pen friendly, and so does the Hobonichi Weeks. Another reason why I love this, because it is fountain pen friendly as well. Alright, on to the next journal. This one. So this is my travel journal, and I mentioned earlier in the beginning that I kinda it doesn't work for me. So the idea when I was making this was I want to have a journal that I can bring when I am traveling. But the thing is, when I'm traveling, I don't want to journal, you know? Like I want to go see things, and at night I want to sleep and rest. When I was traveling to Australia, I only brought this one, and what I did is I just put the things that I did on bullet points like this. I can transfer it later to the journal, you know, like my memory keeping journal like this, because obviously when I'm traveling I am collecting a lot of ephemeras like receipts, stickers, packaging. So like I will do that in the memory keeping journal, and if I'm traveling and do that, it's impossible because I need more time to do that, to paste down the packaging, the stickers, my thoughts. So that's why it doesn't work, and I filled it like halfway through, and I'm not sure now if I want to continue it or just use it as a short trip journal. I think that's what I do. And also the thing why it doesn't work is I like it bigger. Like this size is perfect for me because again, I'm a visual person. To put my, like for example, this one, it is a business card, and one page is filled just for the business card if I use this size of journal. Hence why I make it as a tip in here, so I can use the actual page to write. And it is fun. It is like a way to like how to maneuver things with smaller journals. But I think halfway using this journal, I realized that I really like a bigger size journal for memory keeping, again, to just showcase the ephemera without making it into a really bulky pieces, so I can write just beside it, if that makes sense. So yeah, but anyway, this is handmade as well. I use a book from 18 something, and I transform it into a new beautiful journal. I use a crisscross binding here. I made a new spine for this. I have my closure. Okay, on to the last journal. So this is a house journal. It is very beautiful. I really love it. Look at the lace. So I have like from the design, which is still in 3D design, I documented here, and from the layout, and this is when it is still land. I think I have a few journal session in my channel about how I do or how I document my house in this journal. So from the construction for the building itself until the interior, like in the interior like this is my kitchen. And yeah, I can do creatively in here, like not only putting pictures, but I can also play around with tip ins and interactive elements, even not painting. This is like a blob, but you know, I can doodle, I can draw, I can paint in here as well. That's the same with my memory keeping journal. I sometimes paint in this one as well. So yeah, that is what this one is about. I dip in and out for this one. So that's all about my journal system, my mid-year journal review, how I feel about my current journal system, what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, I'm so happy with my system, and please let me know if you have any question about it, and if you have a comment about it, and if you want to let me know your system, and if you have similarity with my system, let me know. And in the future, I really want to try a hobby journal, but really specific, like a tea journal or postage stamp journal. So I was given this journal by my creative friend on Instagram, Lina, and it is so small and I really love it. It's so cute, and I'm thinking to use it as a tea journal or postage stamp journal, because I do pen pal letters. Of course, I received many postage stamps and it's still on the envelopes, and I'm thinking to put it in one place as like the collection, a collection journal. That's what I'm thinking, but still not sure. Anyway, that's all for today. I think it's a really long video, and thank you for listening to me, listening to my ramble, and I hope this inspires you in a way and help you as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.